What's up, my good people? What's going on? Let the film speak, fam. How y'all living today? How y'all living? Tune on in to your boy. Y'all know what time it is. It's 7 o'clock and it's Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? It's 7 o'clock and it's Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know where to be right now, man, I don't know what to tell you. Coop, what's the word, man? What's up with you, Willie Jack in the building too? What's up, y'all? Get my dog on there, man. Get my dog on there. What's up, Willie Jack?
What's going on, man?
Oh, I done knocked you down, bro. I seen you on here, and my arm almost just wanted to steal off on a Steelers fan.
You had to steal real quick on reflex.
Yeah,
Cooper Jones in the building. What's going on?
It seemed the Steelers fan. It was ready to kick off some stuff, man.
Hey, don't worry. Hey, don't worry. We strike fear in the hearts of many. Don't feel bad at all. Yeah. Cooper Jones in the building early and often. I appreciate you, big dog. Real in the building. What's going on with you, brother?
Coop was the first one in the building, man. He came in, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, okay.
Right away.
Early bird, okay. Early bird. Hey, man, I need you to do me a favor, though, Chop, man. Tell Real, boy, I really get Real buckets for real, though, bro.
Who?
Like, Real, your dog. I know he got a little basketball league up there, man. I done seen his posts. You know what I'm saying?
You talking about Real Bobby? That's what you talking about.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's the one. Yeah, just in case he need to know.
You'll give him buckets, Willie? I'm
like that. Just know that.
I don't know, dog. I don't know. That's blood right there. That's fam. You know what I'm saying? So if
he over with. Hey,
if he got my blood in him, bro, you might be in trouble, dog. I'm just saying.
He over with.
I'm just gonna put it out there. How was your day today, Willie Jack, man?
Oh man, hey, it wasn't too bad, man. And you know what, bro? We ain't even talk about this. I'm house shopping or apartment shopping. I'm moving from the place I'm staying now. So man, I done seen like 6 places in the last like 2-3 days. But I seen a place earlier this afternoon, man. I think this might be the one, man. I think I might have finally found it. I'm running out of time. Yeah, I think this might be the one, man. I got 2 weeks to find a place, boy. It's getting down to the wire.
2 weeks?
Yeah, I got 3 weeks. 3 weeks. I got to the end of the month, but I'm gonna need that last week to move and get everything done. So I told myself 2. So that way I got that last week to, you know what I'm saying, move and get everything situated.
Hey, I'm just gonna be honest with you, bro. This is why people like me and you need women in our life.
Hey, you hear me? Hey, man, it's a lot of work, boy. Hey. I was sitting up and looked up like, man, hold on, man, my lease up in 23 days. What I'm doing? Yeah.
You done messed around. Already had a place picked out, a move-in date, a moving company. You know what I'm saying? Everything paid for. You'd have been already good.
Hey, man, moving's been scheduled. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm gonna have to call time and days.
yeah, bro. And you gonna have to buy them buy them some pizza or something.
Oh yeah. You already know it's gonna be some, some adult beverages, something to eat. You know,
some pizza and beer.
Man, yeah, already. Yeah, exactly.
Tim,
already.
What's going on with you, man? Tim, what's going on, my dog Tim in the building, man?
Tim, what's the word, man? Yeah. Appreciate you coming through. Let me blast this out real quick.
Yeah. Go ahead and do your thing, Willie Jack. We got 1 minute. 1 minute. We're gonna go ahead and get it going, man.
For sure.
1 minute, we go ahead and get it started. I got my stuff going right now. So we're gonna be good to go, my brother.
For sure.
Sis in the building. Sis just stopped in. What up, sis?
What's going on?
Okay.
Let me see, man. I'm trying to think.
Go ahead, bro. Do your thing.
Trying to think.
Good. We chilling, Tim. We chilling too, sis. You know, just another day. You know what I'm saying? It's Wednesday at 7 o'clock, so we about to do what we do. You know what I mean? Pretty Tony and Lou.
Tony in the building.
Miles, I'm glad you stopped in here. I need you to stay on here just for a little bit, bro. I got a little shout out for you. It's coming real soon. I'm glad you're on here, Miles. It's coming here real soon.
Sure.
Actually, we're gonna do it right at the top of the episode, so we're gonna get started here in a second. Willie Jack, look like they tuning on.
They following him. Mama, what's going on?
They falling in, man, falling in. So look, hey, Willie Jack, I'm gonna go ahead and get started while you do your thing, man. Welcome to another episode of Let the Film Speak. I am one of your hosts, Chop, here with my main man, Willie Jack, and y'all know what time it is, man. We got a special episode today for y'all. We decided to do something a little bit fun before we get into this the real season. Preseason is coming up. You know what I'm saying? We got games starting tomorrow, and they're gonna be going on all weekend. Jeff, what's going on with you? Cuz Ben, what's up with you? So we got games going on all weekend preseason. Of course, you know, we won't get a chance to see a lot of our favorite players, but of course I will be tuned in because I ain't seen football in a long time anyway. So I'm tuned in and I'm ready to go. But yeah, so we're gonna go into some NFL bowl predictions today. You know what I'm saying? So Willie Jack, I hope you came with your bold stuff. Don't come whack. You know what I'm saying? Don't come whack. You got to come hard or you stay at home with the bold predictions. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to come with those today. So stay tuned. I want to hear some of y'all's too. I want y'all to throw y'all bold predictions in the chat today. So we're going to do
Hey, Chop, I lost you. Can't hear you at all. Well, I can hear some type of feedback, but I'm not hearing you. Hold on. Okay, there you. Hey, you have froze hard for a minute, bro. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
You can hear me now?
because I had to get off. I see what they tried to do. What they did was they tried to turn on one of the speakers in the crib, and then Bluetooth just automatically went to the speaker.
Oh, okay, yeah. Cause I was about to say, I was hearing some type of like something in the background, but it wasn't you talking. I didn't know what it was.
My bad. But yeah,
Yeah.
like I was saying, man, we got bold predictions today, so we definitely doing bold predictions. Before we do that, of course, we're gonna jump into the news. But before we jump into the news, quick announcement. I know my guy Miles gonna love to hear this. We got the Let the Film Speak second annual league starting up this year, man. The second year of the league. Miles, the reigning champion. Shout out to my dog Miles. He won last year, so he automatically has an entry into the league this particular season. So Miles, I hope you're ready to defend that championship because I'm coming for it, bro. I know Willie Jack coming for it too, but he probably already know.
Hey, look. Hey, first off, man, let me get this straight. Look, me and Chop try to take it easy on y'all. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be good hostesses. We want everybody to feel comfortable. You know, come in, sit down. You know what I'm saying? Relax, enjoy yourself, feel safe. You know what I'm saying? But now y'all been broke in. This ain't what it was. Yesterday's price, not today's price. You hear me? Okay, so hey, Miles, he won. He won last year. Man, salute to you. Anyway, so what we gonna talk about today though is this new season come around, and me and Chuck, we already agreed, bro. The handcuffs is off. You know what I'm saying? We ain't holding back from y'all no more. Y'all don't get this full work. So yeah, y'all boys be ready. You know what I'm saying? Miles got his ticket punch. You know what I'm saying? He's returning champ, so it's all good. Try to defend that thong while you can. Anywho, but yeah, man, try to give y'all the details, man. But yeah, it's back, man, and we ready for it. I'm excited now.
Hey, Miles, you doing too much, bro. You doing too much in this group, man. There's too many chats. You trying to out my dude Willie.
Hey, man. Hey, first off, what we're not gonna do is snitch. That's number one. Because we grown, and grown people don't tattletale like that. We don't tattle. That's what we don't do when you're grown. That's number one.
he trying to get you, bro. But look, check this out. Anyway, man, I need everybody to stay tuned in the group. You know what I'm saying? Stay tuned in the group for more information to come in regards to. Actually, no, we already talked about it. This is how we're gonna do it this session, man. Miles, you already locked in, so Miles, you good to go. And actually, no, you ain't good to go. I need you to do it anyway, Miles. I need you to do this anyway. If you want a spot in this year's Let the Film Speak Fantasy League, I need y'all to do us a favor. You know what I'm saying? I need y'all to do us a favor. I need y'all to share this live. Share it. I need y'all to share it. Tag me and Willie Jack and y'all live. You know what I'm saying? If you want a spot in this year's Let the Film Speak Fantasy League, I need y'all to share it, tag us. You know what I'm saying? Invite some of your partners, do all that. But you have to share us and share this live and tag us. You know what I'm saying? If you don't do that, you can't get a spot. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Miles, like I said, you already got your spot secured, but I need you to do it anyway. Go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Share this live. Do what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? Tell your partners. Like Willie say, tell a friend to tell a friend. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, to tell another friend. Now, y'all know now. Poncho in the building, what's going on with your big dog? But y'all know now the spots is limited. It's only a 12-man league. Me and Chop, we of course in. The returning champ gets a seat. So there's 3 seats taken, man. That means there's only 9 seats left. So we was trying to think of a way, man, because we've already been hit up by a couple of y'all, or more than a few of y'all, honestly, man, asking when the league's gonna start back up. And so, man, we getting to that time, but there's more interest than seats available, man. So hey, man, we just like Chop said, man, share the live, man. Tap in, holla at 3 amigos, man. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell his friend to tell his other friend to come on with it, man. And like I said, the first 9 of y'all to do that, man, hey, you punch your ticket to the dance. You know what I'm saying? So hey, that's how we gotta do it.
Gotcha. On to the news, Willie Jack. Let's go ahead and jump right on into it, man. And I'm just gonna throw them together. We had 2 people. We had 2 guys, NFL guys, requested to be traded from their teams over this past week, man. And I want to talk about it, man. I want to talk about it with my dog Willie Jack. I want to talk about some possible landing spots, and I just want to talk about, what you think in general. We have Roquan Smith, middle linebacker for the Bears, and Kareem Hunt. I guess you can say backup running back, for the Cleveland Browns. 2 of these players requested trades this past week. Willie Jack, tell me what you think, man.
Man, for one, I'm a fan of both players for sure. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm gonna say this disclaimer again. You know what I'm saying? We've said it before in the past. Y'all should know how we get down right here. I'm not here to talk about what nobody does Monday through Saturday, man. Sometimes it can't be avoided. We're talking about what a man does on Sunday between 4 white lines and 120 yards of grass when we put a ball in his hand. That's all I'm talking about, man. So, hey, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, man. Now, that established, Kareem Hunt the ball, man. Realistically, Kareem Hunt is still a top 10 back in this league. You know what I'm saying? So, no, I love it, man. And he's been there. He's been a little marginalized. You know what I'm saying? So he had to go there, show he can keep his nose clean, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But honestly, man, like you said, it's too many chefs in the kitchen. He's playing and backing up one of the premier backs in this league, a favorite of me and Chops for sure, man. A top 2-3 back in this league, man. So, like I say, he's ready now to return to that level himself. You know what I'm saying? Is what I would imagine. And so, yeah, I'm all for it, man. Landing spots is easy for me, baby. Big Josh. Big Josh should make the call, man. Big Josh Allen, make that call. Get Kareem Hunt is perfect for the Bills and what they do. You know what I'm saying? So one-stop shop back, and he don't need a rotation. He don't need to be spelled. He don't need to be, you know what I'm saying? He can run a screen pass. He can run a wheel route. He can run a Texas route. He can do anything you need to at the backfield, and he's just as good as most or any back in the league between the tackles and outside as well. So all-around back, man, a guy who's proven. He's done it before. We've seen what he could do when he's the, you know what I'm saying, when he's the lead guy in charge as he was in Kansas City. So, and still a young guy too, man. I think when I say he's 28 or somewhere thereabout. So he's still on the right side of 30. But yeah, man, a team like Buffalo, I would love to see that. Love to see it for sure. So that'd be my perfect fit for him.
Gotcha. I'm with you on that, Willie Jack. I think the Bills could be a good spot for him because, hey, what we've been talking about with the Bills the last few years, man, is they've been without a run game. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They've been lacking there for a little while. And what better way to go get one of the guys that was, I think he was probably before he left the Chiefs in that offense, he was considered, arguably a top 5 guy over there. You know what I'm saying? So why not go get him, add him to your offense? You know what I'm saying? And he's definitely an instant dynamic weapon, you know what I'm saying, for that team. So I definitely like that, would like that move. A couple other teams I threw out, man. I think San Fran could be a good spot for him. You know what I'm saying? San Fran is a spot. They drafted a running back in Trey Sermon last year who doesn't seem like he's going to pan out. Now, Elijah Mitchell, he did run the ball pretty well last year, but he's still not that premier guy that Shanahan would love to have in that backfield. Bring over a guy like Kareem Hunt who can really tote that rock and do a lot of the things that you love to see in your running backs and, you know what I'm saying, let him do what he does. You bring him on and you let him do that. You know what I'm saying? That also alleviates pressure and the amount of work or the amount that you put on the shoulders of Trey Lance. You know what I'm saying? A second-year quarterback. You know what I'm saying? So it makes things easier for him and, helps with the development. You know what I'm saying? So I think that could be a good spot. I did think about the I did the first thing. One of the things I thought about was the Chiefs, and Miles in here said Kareem needs to come on back to KC, but I don't think that's happening, bro. He burned those bridges. You know what I'm saying? With the
Both sides have moved on,
I
man.
think they moved on from there. I don't think they bring them back. Now, do they need them? You dang right they need them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but that's a different story. I don't know if that's just a landing spot for him. And plus, I think I've heard that already that the Cleveland Browns already said, man, they're not moving on from him. I think they're gonna keep him in house, and I think primarily because, well, this is definitely a reason because, hey, certain things like this happen.
I believe he wanted an extension, and they didn't give him an extension, so he asked for a trade, and they declined it. But it's just like anything. We know how this thing goes. Money talks, man. So for the right compensation, I'm sure they'll make something happen, man. Like I said, the NFL, if nothing else, we know is a business. But like I said, without any reason to be pushed to do so, then yeah, there's no reason they should let him go. And in fairness as well, Nick Chubb, man, and for as great and as dynamic as he is a guy that does get a little nicked up. You know what I'm saying? So having Kareem Hunt there as not only his complement, his spell back, but then a full-fledged bottom five top 10 guy that can step in when he does go down, like that does have incredible value. So so he's definitely a valuable piece to that Cleveland Brown offense for sure.
Got you. And moving on to the other
we can talk about Smith.
That's what I'm gonna say. On the other side of that, the other guy we mentioned, Willie Jack, you got any potential landing spots for Roquan besides Pittsburgh? I know that's what you about to say.
Look. First I want to say, bro, I've been a huge fan and proponent of Roquan Smith.
And you have. I'm gonna put you.
He came out of Georgia. For sure. So, hey, that's why I've been telling y'all. But y'all think me and Chop did this for play? Y'all thought it was a game? No, man. We was like, but I've been a huge Roquan Smith fan, and when he was coming out of Georgia, and I don't say this lightly, he really put me in the mind of a poor man's Pat Willis. Now, if I said that means a lot, because Pat Willis to me, he's top 3 all time, baby. You know what I'm saying? I don't care who you talking about. I don't care how many years he played. When the boy was on the field, he was top 3, and he put me in the mind of a poor man's Pat Willis. So I've always been a fan of his game, man, coming into the league. I've really loved how he's grown in Chicago. I think he's had 150 tackles the last 2 years. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not sure what the beef is there, because he's definitely now I would assume now he's the unquestioned leader of that defense. Khalil Mack is gone. You have Leonard Floyd, Akeem Hicks is gone. You know what I'm saying? Who was another older, more veteran presence that was on that defense for a while. So I would imagine that's his defense right now. And so if he does leave, the easy and obvious choice would be Pittsburgh. We definitely got a hold. Wouldn't sign Miles Jack. Devin Bush hasn't really panned out. He's battling it out with one of our backups, Robert Spillane, to see if he can start. So that'd be an easy fix. But realistically, man, I don't know how viable that is. Outside of my Steelers, that would have been an excellent pickup for your Rams. But you already got Bobby Wagner. Ooh,
it's a few. Go ahead.
It's a few. That's what I was trying to think, man. You know what? Give me some teams, man. Yeah, let me give me some teams. I'm thinking.
I'm gonna throw a couple out you. Tell me what you think. Go ahead.
Dallas. How did I miss Dallas? So Jalen Smith, man, you know what I'm saying, flamed out. You got Van Der Esch that's still there. He ain't nobody. They waiting to get him off that rookie deal. I don't imagine he gets re-signed, or if he does, it'll be something really cheap. So having Roquan Smith come in there and really be a solid centerpiece of that second level of that defense. You still got Michael Parsons, but his value isn't at just staying in the second level. His value is that you can move him around to 2 or 3 spots. Strong end, weak end. He can play middle, of course, but you can use his range on the outside as well. So your value is in moving him around. So bringing in a solid, just bedrock player, a solid foundation player like Roquan, which will keep Micah Parsons free to do everything you need him to do as a chess piece, as a chess piece. So I think that would be, I love that. Yeah, that's phenomenal. If I'm a Cowboys fan, somebody need to holler at Jerry.
they definitely need to. Yeah. I looked at a few teams, man, and some teams that kind of jumped off to me was one. I initially thought Seattle because of the loss of Bobby Wagner, but I also think they're trying to groom that young and up-and-coming Brooks. And speaking of the devil, you see who popped in the building, Willie Jack. You told me you would give him buckets. There you go. You tell him. You would give him buckets. Tell him yourself, bro.
He was in here earlier. He was in here earlier when I seen that. That's why I seen his name. I was like, okay, I ain't seen him. I don't think I ain't seen him since the wedding. But I recognized, like, oh yeah, I know, I remember who that is. Yeah. Oh yeah, you can still get this work though. Yeah. Don't get that. Don't let that fool you, my boy. Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, yeah, man. A
Hey,
couple
but
things,
man, he got
man.
a couple suggestions. He said the Chiefs or the Broncos because they Chiefs. Oh, okay. I think he's talking about Roquan Smith. Oh, Roquan Smith for the Chiefs. That's actually a good look as well. I like Willie Gay Jr. Man, the guy they drafted out. I want to say it was Mississippi State or something like that. Ran 4.3.
And then they also,
Young
I think the Chiefs also. Oh, you talking about the Broncos? I would say. Oh, never mind. Go ahead.
Well, he said the Chiefs up top, and then he mentioned the Broncos because they didn't re-sign AJ Johnson, who's a very underrated middle linebacker in the league as well. And I think he just touched like 30, 31, but yeah, they didn't re-sign him, which is surprising. So those are good suggestions both. Real, yeah.
So yeah, like I said, I thought of the Eagles. Eagles is one team. Dallas, I also did think of Dallas the same way you did. But then I was also just trying to look into some teams that are right there that maybe need a couple of extra pieces. Cincinnati Bengals was a team I felt like could use a guy like Roquan Smith in the middle. You know what I'm saying? And to roam and be a leader of that particular defense. They got some good safeties. They got some guys up front, but to have a guy in the middle of that defense you can move around and be that can be versatile as well. What you think of that one?
And I was gonna say the Bengals got pretty good play from is it Logan? Not Logan Ryan. The white dude, the white linebacker, he got that terrible penalty pass interference on him in the red zone.
I know you're talking about Logan Wilson.
Logan Wilson. I said Ryan, yeah, Logan Wilson. And so I think he came out of Wyoming, and which is funny because Wyoming's actually put a couple linebackers. Chad Muma just got drafted out of Wyoming by the Jaguars this year, I believe. So Wyoming had a little secret little linebacker factory back there, but no, he's improving. He's still a young guy, and I think he's the guy that's going to probably be like the centerpiece of that defense, I would imagine. But I mean, he still needs a running mate. I think they got Jermaine Pratt. I think he's still the other starter. So pairing him there, I wouldn't mind that at all, man. That's a good fit. I really like your fit for the Eagles though, because I think the Eagles are a team that people have looked at and said for years now, you've got to get a real deal, solid, true to life stud backer right there in that second level. They focus so much on the front. Philly's a team that focuses so much in the trenches, offensive and defensive lines. That's how they build their teams. They build from the trenches out. But it always feels like the second level always kind of gets skipped over or glossed over. So he'd be beautiful there. He'd be beautiful right there in Philly. So yeah, that's a good one. That's a real good,
especially with them trying to make a real push at winning in this division. You know what I'm saying? That could be the piece that could possibly put them over the hump. So hey, we'll see.
I see in the building, man. He drops the teams for. He said ideally the Eagles, Cowboys, Steelers, or Chargers that I'll be calling ASAP. Ooh, the Chargers. Ooh, who's that middle linebacker for the Chargers?
Who is the middle linebacker there? That is
Hey, we gotta think about it. They need them. Hey, if we gotta think about it, they need them. Hey, that tells us all we need to know.
Gotcha.
Hey, real quick too, man. I meant to shout about earlier, man. Shout out to Hefe El Nino back in the building, man. He said it's been a long time, man. I told him it's all good, man. Back like he never left. He feeling this thing the right way though. Touch base, you know what I'm saying? He tapped in with the three amigos, man. I seen him blast out some names. So hey, we appreciate the love, my dog.
So with the Chargers,
he dropped some names as well. Drew Tranquil. Drew Tranquil and Kenneth Murray. Yeah,
Drew Tranquil. Yeah, those are the middle guys. Kenneth Murray could actually use a runner. Kenneth Murray is a young guy. He was out of Oklahoma, right?
Oklahoma,
He's out of Oklahoma, and he's the guy they're kind of grooming over there. If he can get a running mate in Roquan, that could be real nice over there. And I think they can be the finishing piece for that defense. Honestly, you know what I'm saying? Once you look at all the defenses, the pieces that they have, that can be the
scary eyes, boy.
You know, but
we'll
see, man. We'll be monitoring it, and of course, as soon as he goes somewhere, you know where to get the news from. You know where to come. You know where to look at. We're gonna have it for you for sure. Now let's move on to some of these contracts, man. We got two guys that receive extensions. I'm gonna say the best for last, so I'm gonna start off with the Steelers and Deontay Johnson. Okay, Deontay Johnson agrees to a 2-year, $36.71 million extension. That includes $27 million guaranteed. Willie Jack, that's your boy. You know what I'm saying? That's the Steelers. What's your thoughts, man?
Man, I ain't gonna lie. As soon as I seen the news, I love this deal, man. And I was worried because the receiver market is what do you call it? It's a seller's market right now, right? So the players who are selling their services is at a premium. So the people looking to spend money, the buyers are paying more than they would like in a standard or in a standard of balance market. I probably should have left that a lot. Could help myself. I've been talking about real estate all week, But what I'm saying is, so the value, the price or value on like receiver contracts, it doesn't necessarily match or meet the perceived value of the specific players. I hate picking on homeboy, and I don't mean to knock your bag at all, dog. But I'm just saying, for the sake of the conversation, forgive me one more time. Christian Kirk getting 22, getting 2022 a year for Jacksonville. It really, hey, and somebody else is in here. Hey, Honcho already on it. Hey, Christian Kirk making more than Deontay. Well, and he is. But here's the thing about it, though. What that did is it reset the market, and so now the guys at the premium end, at the top end, now those guys are closer to 30, and so now that does trickle back down and reset everybody else. So shout out to Christian Kirk. If you're a receiver, you should love that boy. Somebody should buy him a drink. So, but what I was worried about is because Pittsburgh is a team that we've shown before, like, bro, we ain't paid what you think you're worth, and we ain't worried about the market. That's why we let Le'Veon go for that same reason. You know what I'm saying? We didn't want to pay what the market was willing to pay. We had a number in mind, and so I was honestly thinking that this was going to be something that happened to Deontay. I'm getting a little long, my fault, but I say all that to say, I really like this deal for both sides. I talked about it in the group when we posted it, but I really think this is a win-win deal. It's a 2-year extension. Now, I think that's also part of the reason why I think it is a little cheaper than some of the deals we saw signed by his contemporaries. Scary Terry signed for 24, A.J. Brown signed for 25, DK signed for 24. Somebody else just got paid too that I'm missing. But anyway, that's his class of receiver. They all came in, I think, the same year in that same draft class. So that's his draft class. Now his deal is less than theirs. I think is it like 18 and change over the 2 years extension, or something, or is it 20? Tell me the numbers.
For you talking about Deontay? Yeah, about 18.
Okay, yeah, so 18, but he's a year less. And so why I think that's key is that he gets to hit the market a year before those other guys. Everybody else signed 3-year extensions. His is for 2. And so why that's important is because in a crowded receiver market, then maybe he's lower down that pole. He's going to be behind A.J. Brown. He's going to be behind DK Metcalf. He's going to be behind probably Terry McLaurin. Now, him and Terry McLaurin are way more compatible than probably people think, because Deontay Johnson is still very underrated. This is a top 10 route runner in the league, legitimately. And I love route running. Keenan Allen, we know the names. This is a top 10 route runner in this league. I'm telling you, believe it. If you look, let the film speak to you. Watch it, and you see what I'm talking about. And so, but he's got a very valuable skill set, but he's still an undervalued player, and so that makes it tough to get a deal for him. So like I said, the fact that he gets to hit the market a year before those other guys now puts him, he's going to be at the top of a less talented group, and so now when it is time for him to re-up, he's the big fish now, as opposed to being a medium or small fish in a big boy's pond with big, as far as the names go. He's not, if AJ Green and AJ Brown and DK Metcalf are in the market at the same time as him, then he's not getting that. He's a day 2 call instead of a day 1 call. Now, I don't know the receivers are going to be in line with him when that 2-year extension runs out, but it's not these names, and that's his class of receiver, so he should be at the top of that list, meaning that he'll maximize his dollar sooner than the other guys when their time comes, and it means there's going to be more money left in the pot for him as well, because, like I said, he's going to be more valuable of a commodity because the other big names are still a year away. So I love that deal.
For sure, and I love it too. For all of the same reasons that you mentioned, just gives him an opportunity to make more money. You know what I'm saying? He make more money to make more money. You know what I'm saying? And that's essentially what this is, because of the potential and what we've seen from him and what we've seen from the wide receiver market. So I don't have too much to add to that, Willie Jack. When you're right, you're right. You know what I'm saying? When you're right, you're right. So I'm a ride with you on that one. But that does not conclude our news today. And we got to go on to the next deal. You know what I'm saying? And the next deal, and I'm going to get this the proper introduction. You know what I'm saying? It was a deal to the greatest to ever put cleats on at the kicker position. You know what I'm saying? His name is Justin Big Kick Tucker. I just gave him that name. You know what I'm saying? Justin Big Kick Tucker, the greatest kicker to ever lace the cleats up. You know what I'm saying? He gets a 4-year, $24 million extension, the richest contract for a kicker ever. You know what I'm saying? 17.5 guaranteed. Willie Jack, what's your thoughts on this one, dog?
Hey, shout out to him, man. Hey, cutting in the bit of TC, what's going on with you, cutting? But no, hey, shout out to Justin Tucker, man. Well deserved. Like I say, he's been the premier guy at his position for 5 comfortably a good 5-6 years now, man. Record holder for career accuracy, record holder, or tied the record for longest field goal, and all that good stuff, man. So it's only right that he's at the top of that mountain as far as his position group goes. So that one was easy and it made sense. So what you said, 4 for 24, 17 guaranteed? That's damn good money, boy. And I'm not gonna lie, man. Y'all can say what y'all want to. We've all been players, we've all been in the locker room. On the hierarchy of players, bro, kickers of any sort are at the bottom, and he's making legit money. You know what I'm saying? Well, all of it's legit money. There's no small contracts in the NFL by comparison. Don't y'all try to do too much of that. But I'm saying he's making real money now. He's making like I make more than like 4 starters on defense type of money. He's making like I make more than 3-4 starters on offense type money. You know what I'm saying? For a guy who plays one down. You know what I'm saying? A guy that touches the ball 3 times a game, and he's probably a top 25 paid guy on his team now. So that's just an interesting dynamic I just thought of, you know what I'm saying, to be a kicker and making, you know what I'm saying, that style of money. But he's worth it, man. He's a legitimate weapon. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, he's worth it, man. I'm always happy to see any player get paid. Y'all already know that. So, hey, we love to see it. King Dolph bump for him, you know what I'm saying, when the time came. And, hey, well done, my boy.
Got you, for sure. And I'm with you on that, Willie Jack. I mean, you've kind of went back and forth a lot of times, you know, talking about Justin Tucker and that GOAT talk and all that type of stuff. But I definitely think it's worth it, you know what I'm saying, for a kicker who, you know, it's just been consistent, man. And it was pretty much, it got to a point where if you within this range, it was almost automatic. You know what I'm saying? You kick it over 90%, it's like, oh yeah, he in range. I'm gonna lace him up. You know what I mean? So that's the type of kicker
the Steph Curry of kickers, bro. The boy cross half court, he can put it up.
He in range.
You know what I'm saying? He cross half court, he in range.
Cross midfield, he in range, bro.
Hey, he in range. It's the Steph Curry of kickers, bro, for sure.
So I'm with you on that. I don't know if you got a chance to see Scott's comment. Scott said he felt like kickers should make more, especially because of the point factor, because kickers score points. You know what I'm saying? They score more points than anybody.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. He went too far for that, man. Like, nobody's paying Gary Anderson, the all-time points leader in the league. I think it's still Gary Anderson. I don't think nobody broke that record. Y'all ain't even know that. I pulled that out of there. I don't know how I knew that. I'm pretty sure it's Gary Anderson, if I ain't mistaken. Nobody was paying Gary Anderson because he's the all-time the most scoringest player in the league. He's not gonna trump a contract with era would that have been Dan Marino. You know what I'm saying? I think Gary Anderson was kicking in the 90s, I think, for the Falcons, and I think a number of teams. He kicked for like 17 years. But we still gotta put it all in context. There's still contextual value that we have to add to it. Like I said, a really good kicker, an excellent kicker, Justin Tucker, touches the ball 3 times in a game. 3 kicks. 3 kicks is a big day for a kicker. You know what I'm saying? And now they may be 3 big kicks, and it may be the kicks to get you over the edge, but still, man, realistically, you know what I mean? He's not more valuable to that team than Lamar Jackson. Like, love, or hate Lamar Jackson, it doesn't matter. He's not more valuable than Lamar Jackson. You know what I'm saying? So in no world would he be deemed more valuable than, like I said, a number of other key positions on the field. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but as far as now to his position and what he means in the league, he's the top paid guy in the league. So he's compensated fairly. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But yeah, compensating like he's the best, like, man, yeah, like, no.
Hey, and Miles had something to say, man. He said it was Morton Anderson, man. Morton Anderson, he said he played for the Chiefs. He said, put some respect on his name, essentially, is what he said.
Man, I ain't worried about no funky head, man. Look, when the last time somebody watched that headband that the Chief mascot ride around in, man? They've been passing that same headdress down for about 40 years. Ain't nobody rinsed it off. I know they ain't. The feathers ain't changed, man. My cousin in here, man. Look, hey, somebody get these Chiefs fans out. There's too much Chiefs love in here.
It is a lot of Chiefs.
There's too much Chiefs love in here, man. Y'all find something to do.
Hey,
Matter of fact, Miles, I'm gonna revoke your card, buddy. You're going up under review because Miles is a Steelers fan.
Hey, you better watch him.
I'm looking into that. We're gonna talk about it the next meeting.
Better watch
you know,
it beat those guys. It beat those.
It did. You see that? See how quick the table turned? We have a couple down years. You know what I'm saying? Now,
boy, done win one fantasy championship. He think he can just root for whoever. You know
talk about it. Yeah, look at it. Yeah, Harris the bucket. He all right. He's straight.
Man. Well, yeah, man, that wraps up the news for today, man. Another reminder for the new people that's in the group, man. I'm going to let y'all know right now, if y'all want to join this year's Let the Film Speak Fantasy League, share the live. You know what I'm saying? Share the live right now and tag me and Willie Jack in it. You share it, you get you a spot in the fantasy league. We only got 12 spots.
We only got 9 for the first 9.
Taken, so we got 9 left right now. You want a set spot in this year's Let the Film Speak in Let the Spin Speak Fantasy League, man, go ahead and share the live, man, and tag us on in there. But without further ado, Willie Jack, before we move into these bold predictions, man, it's about that time, Willie Jack. I think you need to go and let them know what's going on.
Hey, man, that is a perfect segue because we was just talking about the sponsorship. Shout out to the sponsorship. Y'all didn't know it was coming. Shout out to the sponsorship, man. That's the Three Amigos. We tell y'all every single week, but the message don't never get old. Like, share, subscribe, man. That's Three Amigos. That's a three-piece spicy. That's three the hard way. Like, share, subscribe. Now, as y'all already know, y'all can say it with me if you want to. Say it with me. It's a 4-part process, big dog. First, you got to tap in with the Three Amigos. You got to like, share, subscribe. Then you got to tell a friend. Then you got to tell your friend to tell a friend. Then you got to tell your friend's friend to tell his partner too. Everybody come on down here, holler at your dogs, man, at Wednesday at 7 o'clock. Get some of this football talk, man. Come in here, chill, kick with your dogs. You know what I'm saying? Relax, man. You had a hard day at work. Your girl be getting on your nerves. Grab your cold one, big dog. Sit on your couch, get real comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Recline that thing and just lean back. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Come in here and holler at your dogs, man. Every Wednesday at 7 o'clock. You cannot miss it. Don't be late. Yeah, Three Amigos, man. Like, share, subscribe. As always, we appreciate all the love and respect, man. Now back to the regularly scheduled program.
All right, man. Let's get into these bold predictions, man. Bold predictions going into the 2022 season, and I'm going to start it off just like this, man. I'm going to get you right upside the head with it. Allen Robinson, wide receiver of the Los Angeles Rams. He going for 1,312 tubs. I'm putting it out there right now. 1,312 tubs. At least. I'm putting it right there. Allen Robinson, man, he's a number one receiver. All right. He's been a number one receiver. You know what I'm saying? And that's just been him. Earlier in his career, he had a couple years where he had fought off some injuries. Then he got healthy over with the Bears. You know what I'm saying? And he has somebody.
We're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. Pretty sure we can get to that.
We're going to hit that. We're going to definitely hit that. Okay. So going back to Allen Robinson, man. Allen Robinson, like I said, number one receiver. He went over to the Chicago Bears where he was a number one receiver there as well. But ran into some quarterback problems. Ran into some issues as far as who was getting him the rock, his situation, you know, and so on and so forth. Right now, he didn't have terrible years, you know what I'm saying. But I think this situation that he's going into this year will be the best situation he's ever been in. You know what I'm saying? This will be the best situation by far. This boy went for 1,414 touchdowns with Blake Bortles. You know what I'm saying? About 5 years ago. You know what I'm saying? So you put him with Matthew Stafford and Sean McVay and a lot of the other weapons with Cooper Kupp, you know what I'm saying, on the other side. Hey, I got 1,312 touchdowns at least for this guy. Big year. You know what I'm saying? He gets himself back into that conversation with, you know, some of the top 10 receivers in this league, man. And Allen Robinson shows his worth, you know, going over to the Rams. So that's my first bold prediction, man. Allen Robinson, 1,312. What you got for me? What you think, man?
You know, and you know what, man? I'm not mad at that. And you know why? Because and honestly, I'm not gonna say he deserves it. Everybody in the NFL working hard. You know what I'm saying? Everybody deserves success. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's putting in the work. But he's a guy that, like, I would like to see him do well. Just like Chop said, man, it's a guy came into the league. He was a unheralded guy when he went drafted in the second round out of Penn State, if I remember right, when he went to the Jaguars. I'm pretty sure the second round of Penn State. So, but still, he what class was that? Well, anyway, I say that to say he didn't come into the league necessarily with the fanfare of a Justin Jefferson or Jamar Chase, or, you know, he didn't come into the league as one of those established names. He didn't come to the league like Sammy Watkins and Mike Evans did. You know what I'm saying? We knew their names before they got here. You know what I'm saying? So, but he got there with a little under the radar, and like I said, hit the scene running. 14-14 with Blake Bortles. You know what I'm saying? Convinced the Jaguars that Blake Bortles was a real starter of that team, which ended up blowing up that whole organization. You know what I'm saying? Because the organization put all their backing and funds behind Blake Bortles, and the team mutiny. We saw a real life mutiny on our hands, man, when Jacksonville forced Blake Bortles on the rest of the team, man, and nobody wanted to go for it. And now look at Jacksonville back to what they were. You know what I'm saying? Quick segue. That goes to show the value of quality ownership. You know what I'm saying? Like, knowing your team, knowing your locker room, listening to your locker room, recognizing, like, when guys, like, you know what I'm saying, recognize all those signs, man, and you see a team like Jacksonville's the guy who wins $1 million, and he's broke by the end of the week. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's Jacksonville. Jacksonville had a Willy Wonka ticket in their hands. They had all that young talent. You had a young Jalen Ramsey. You had a young Leonard Fournette. You had a young Allen Robinson. You know what I'm saying? That defense was loaded, bro. I can't even think of all the names. Calais Campbell came over. I mean, they were only weakness on that team was the quarterback position, and the Jaguars front office, man, couldn't get out of their own hubris for overdrafting Blake Bortles for one, and then, like I said, rode that out to their own. To the disaster that unfolded, man, and now look at them back at the top of the draft. Hopefully, they try not to ruin the career of another young guy, Trevor Lawrence. But anywho, I like that prediction, man. I like that prediction.
Okay. Do we want to hit Ike, or you want to wait for?
Oh yeah. Go ahead and show Ike T some love. He blasted out a couple names in the chat anyway. We appreciate my dog.
Ike been throwing them out here. Miles been in here, man. We like the comments coming in right now. But Ike, we got to touch on this one, man. He says Herbert versus Rodgers in the Super Bowl. Woo! That's a big one right there, especially with the. But you know what? I like it because it's bold. Hey, don't come if you're gonna come, you gotta come bold, and this bold for sure. So one,
hey, for sure.
The Chargers. I think a lot of people are on the Chargers. I wouldn't say bandwagon, but a lot of people like the moves that the Chargers made on the offseason and bringing over Khalil Mack and bringing over J.C. Jackson, added to that defense, and then you pair that with the progression that we've seen from Justin Herbert. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people are really on it, and hey, I'm not gonna say this out of the realm of possibilities if everything works out the way that a lot of people expect it to. But on the other side, the Packers side, I don't know, man. We don't watch them
for the Packers,
2 years in a row go 13-3 and get knocked out. You know what I'm saying? By a tougher team, a team that can get in there, get physical, get grimy, get dirty. Now, I never count Aaron Rodgers out. You know, I never do that. But we talking about a team who just lost, you know what I'm saying, the top two receivers. Now, the number 2 receiver wasn't really that big of that nice of a receiver. You know what I'm saying? But you just lost the best receiver in the game in Devontae Adams, you know what I'm saying, Valdez Scantling, and then you didn't really bring in anybody except some rookies. So I don't know how much we expect them to really improve, especially when you got a healthy Tampa Bay team coming back. You know what I'm saying? The Rams are still there. You know what I'm saying? A few other teams over there. So I don't know, man. I don't know if I can see them in there, but I like it because it's bold.
No, I like it. Just like Chop said, man, it's not completely just off the wall Yahoo, you know what I'm saying? Because Aaron Rodgers is still Ron is still you know what I'm saying? So I mean, like I say, he's starting to get that rep that Peyton had in Indianapolis, where, like, man, for whatever reason, that regular season don't seem to translate to the postseason. But still, though, that still doesn't mean you can count them out. And so that's not outside the realm of possibility at all. And then, like I said, the Chargers, man, like just like Chop said, man, they a young, hot, upcoming team making a lot of moves. You know what I'm saying? So that's not wild at all. But probably wouldn't be the matchup that most people state. So no, I love it. I love it, man. One more. Oh, he put another one in here. Now he got the tripping. So you know what I'm saying? We tried to give you an inch and you took a mile. He come back and doubled down, Chop. The boy came back and doubled down and said dark horses for MVP and Offensive Player of the Year, Dak and Zeke. Now he said it ain't his prediction, but he wouldn't be shot. Look, man, stand on it. I shouldn't even read that part. You put it out there, stand on it. You know what I'm saying? Be a man, you 30. Stand on it. But nah, man. So now if Dak, the Cowboys have such a strong platform and fan base that if Dak plays well, they didn't have to play exceptional. If Dak plays well and that team is it's in the mix for like a 1 or 2 seed, or God forbid they win the NFC, then it's not at all unfathomable that Dak could win MVP. Now, as far as Zeke being Offensive Player of the Year, now look here, man. I know y'all know the Free Tony Pollard movement, the Free Tony Pollard Coalition. Those days is done for Zeke, man. And shout out to Zeke, man. He from the crib. You know what I'm saying? He from Missouri. He from St. Louis. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, man, you know what I'm saying? The boy, hey, I don't think that's him no more, man. I don't see that, man. That would be crazy to see if Zeke returned to, what was that, 2016 form when he first touched down and hit the league, man. Those first 2 years, man. I don't know, man. I don't know what happened, but I can't see that one at all, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Gotcha. I feel you, Willie Jack. I feel you. Go on, bust him over the head, man. What you got, Willie?
Derrick Henry ain't gonna crack 1,000 yards. I said what I said. I said what I said, Chop.
I like it, baby. I like it.
With the straight face,
predictions, dog.
With the straight face, Chop. The boy ain't going for 1,000. Man. I see what I said.
You got to talk to him. I need an explanation for this one, dog.
And I'm not gonna lie, and it kind of ties back to what I was saying when I ranked the running backs. It's not a matter of his skill or talent. You know what I'm saying? He's still a skillful and still a talented guy. He's still big. He's still long speed, fast. He still has a good stiff arm for DBs. You know, things like that. So he still got all that, but honestly, I don't like what that offense did this year. I hate that AJ Brown move. I hate that AJ Brown move. It'd have been different if AJ Brown, when he went to Philly, they had to break the bank and he had to sign the Devontae money or Tyreek Hill money or set that market or top. No, man, he signed for realistic market value. He didn't go break the bank. He signed for the going rate that him, Terry McLaurin, and DK all signed for essentially roughly the same contract, $24-25 million. So, and Debo, matter of fact, that's what we forgot earlier when I was talking about Deontay Johnson. Debo, who signed for 23, he took a little hometown discount. You know what I'm saying? So, like, he signed right there commensurate with his market value. He wasn't trying to hit y'all over the head. And then even at the time, he said, like, man, I don't mind taking a hometown discount because it's the crib, but don't be disrespectful. They came out with like $14 million a year. Come on, dog. And then you go draft and I don't want to knock players. You go draft Buddy out of Arkansas. I can't think of his name right now. Help me out in a minute. You go draft Buddy out of Arkansas because you're thinking you're just gonna swap him in and swap him out. You know what I'm saying? Like what Anyway, I was thinking. Anyway, but the point is, he's not just it was disrespectful to offer. If that's true, and that was the offer, it's like either 14 or something crazy low ball that he couldn't take. Why? How could he take that deal? So you know what I'm saying? You kind of force and throw him away. And then you go Treylon Burks. Excuse me, from Arkansas. You go get a guy in Treylon Burks who's got at the very base level of his skill and talent is maybe a shadow of maybe a young AJ Green, just given their size, because I don't even think he's as fast as AJ Green, but doesn't have any of the other actual fundamentals of the position. I just hated what they did. Now that coupled with an offensive line that has lost a couple pieces and is already regressing and getting older as well. So you had Taylor Wine, longtime left tackle stalwart, Pro Bowler. I don't think he's been all pro, but he has been an all pro level player, but didn't get the recognition. That tackle spot gets thick, or gets deep. But a high level tackle who regressed last year, came in, started the season, gave up 5 sacks to Chandler Jones. I think it was like the first game of the season. And when Chandler Jones came in and set the league on fire with them like 5.5 sacks, that was against Taylor Lewan. All 5 of them. He just worked that boy all day. And he didn't recover all year. He was a little injured, a little banged up. He's also another guy on the wrong side of 30. He's pushing 32, 33. And so he's hoping to bounce back. You lose 2 other starters. You lost your left guard. Roger Saffold ain't there no more. You know what I'm saying? I think your center's out. Their center's gone as well. So half that line is either old or new and got to find their footing. And there's no one out there to take any pressure off Derrick Henry. Who's Tannehill throwing the ball to? Bobby Trees and Treylon Burks?
Bobby Trees.
Hey, I got that nickname for somebody in the group, man. Shout out to you. You know who you are.
Yeah, somebody I forgot who said
somebody told us that. Hey, it's hard though. I like it. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Bobby Trees and Treylon Burks. Like, come on, man. Like that's not gonna get it done. And so, you know what I'm saying? If we thought he saw 8-man boxes last year, why not jump that 9th one? You know what I'm saying? Now he's gonna be looking at boxes like 2012 AP, but he ain't 2012 AP. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. And another thing as well, he's another guy. He's coming off a big injury as well. You know, he did return for the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? He tried to do what he could do. He wasn't, fully himself. But even still, though, man, like I wouldn't be surprised if with this new line that's still coming together, I just don't see it. There's no one taking pressure off of him. Tannehill can't carry that show. Tannehill can't steer that ship by itself. We've seen that. We've seen that already. And so, man, I think it's gonna be tough sledding for Derrick Henry, man. I had to get a start.
Hey, Willie Jack, I don't know if I can get with you on this one, bro. I don't know if I can get. We talking about 17 games. Now, if he somehow get injured, hey, I mean, I don't want to wish that on nobody. That ain't what I'm doing.
Oh, yeah. I don't even think that says injured, but yeah, I am.
But I don't know, Willie Jack. It feel like this one might come out of spite because you hate the AJ Brown move, Willie Jack. That's what it
that was a terrible move, bro. It just really was. And I don't see, like, where's the money going? Where's the money that you didn't give AJ Brown? Like, where's that money? Like, I know it wasn't to sign Bobby Trees. Where'd they spend that money, Chop? Derrick Henry already under contract. Like, what did we do with the money? So, like, why did we gave it to Harold Landry and Bud Dupree? Because y'all overpaid for 2 average pass rushers? So now we got to let go of A.J. Brown? Like, bro, what are we doing? That's a terrible move. Terrible move, man.
I feel you. All right, Willie Jack. Well, let me come on back with mine, man.
My bad to cut you off, man. My dog just jumped in. Brother Red in the building. Shout out to Joseph Kenny. Shout out to No Vultures, the podcast, man. Day One Gang, what's going on, man? He said, can Tannehill survive another campaign like last year and still be considered a viable starter? And well, see, that's the thing. Viable starter, yes. Because the league is made up of, there's 10% at the top, there's 70% in the middle, and then do my math for me, Chop. How many is that? That's 80, and then there's 20% bottom tier. You know what I'm saying? So most of the guys, 80% of the league is Ryan Tannehill. So yeah, he could be a viable starter, and those guys can what I'm saying, can ride with a team to a Super Bowl. I didn't want to say take a team to a Super Bowl, but they can. You know what I'm saying? So yes, he is viable, but he needs those pieces around him. He needs Derrick Henry going for 2 Gs. He needs A.J. Brown hitting boys over the head for 1,200, 1,300. You know what I'm saying? He needs that around him, and without it, then he's just a guy.
I'll put it like this, Willie Jack. If even I'm not even gonna say under 1,000, but if Derrick Henry only goes for maybe 1,100, 1,200, and they have to rely a lot on that passing game, and we see more play like we seen from Tannehill against the Bengals in the playoffs, where he threw 3 interceptions, and their defense, the Titans defense, had got 10 sacks against the Bengals. If we see more of that, we're gonna see Malik Willis, maybe the end of next year, or the next season for sure. You know what I'm saying? So he's gonna have to show his work this year. I know we said it a few times. You know, as far as like everything else around the team, he's gonna have to show his worth this year. If like you said, Derrick Henry doesn't have that season that we all are accustomed to seeing over the last 2-3 years. You know what I'm saying? So if he don't,
hey, you say go big, go home. What's up? Yeah,
I like it. But I'm not on board with it. I like it, but I'm not on board with it.
Real quick, man. I said if the Titans miss the playoffs, he'll be a high profile backup. I don't think that's true, bro. Because look at the starting quarterbacks right now. Carolina is starting. Carolina will start him right now today. Seattle will still start him. So there's still going to be options for him. Oh, hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? So there's still going to be viable options for him to still go and play as a starter, but there's definitely a clock on that though. You know what I mean? You're still planning for your next guy when you bring him in to start, but I don't think this is the end for him as a starter though. He's still too young. He's 32, 33. Quarterbacks play to 74 these days anyway, so he's got tons of time. And there's always, like I said, the bottom 20, 24 quarterbacks in the league may as well be all the same guy. You know what I'm saying? Essentially, if you don't have, this is what I tell y'all. If you don't have one of them ones, it don't matter. If you ain't got one of them ones, then your guy is just a guy, my boy. You know what I'm saying? Because unless you're one of those ones, you're not putting the team on your back. You're not going out there making a play that nobody else can make. If you're not a true difference maker and true trendsetter at position, then you a guy. Everybody else is in line with you.
Yeah, so Ike Turner just said something in here. He said a QB spot is one spot where no one needs a QB. Either you have a franchise guy or you have a young guy. You have a young guy that you
grooming, exactly.
Or you're tanking. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
So
and you gotta be careful with that tanking. Now you don't want the NFL to come find you. You know they don't play.
They're gonna come get you. They're
gonna
take you to court. Ike, you better watch out, bro.
Hey, the NFL pulling up on boys like the Secret Service, boy. They don't play that.
All right, man. Well, let me go and move on to my second one, man. And I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I've been hinting at this, you know what I'm saying, all off season, ever since you started with the AJ Brown move. I might as well kind of piggyback off of that. And I'm gonna say it like this: Gardner Minshew, he'll become a starter by week 6 of the season. I'm just gonna put that out there right now. Week 6. All right. I'm gonna tell you like this, man. I don't think Hurts is a guy. You know what I'm saying? Not for the way this team is orchestrated. Okay, and I said it, and I'm gonna say it again, and let me explain this to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Hurts. I don't know if y'all remember in the beginning of the year last year, Jalen Hurts, they was trying to run a lot of RPOs with him. You know what I'm saying, with the run game. He could not execute it. He couldn't do it. So towards the middle of the season, once you started to see a little bit more of their success, they switched to a heavy run scheme. You know what I'm saying? They started utilizing. Now I think Miles Sanders got hurt a little bit too, but at the same time, they started using that boy. What is his name?
Jordan Howard.
Yeah. Jordan Howard. They started running the ball a lot with him. They started running the ball a lot with the other game wheel, that rookie. And there was another guy, too, that they had. They had a 3 running back room, and they was running the ball a lot. Also, Hurts was running the ball about 10 or 14 times a game. You know what I'm saying? They relied heavily on their run game and their defense to do things. Not that they had like one of the strongest defenses, but the run game was so potent that it kept their defense off of the field for so long. You know what I'm saying? So it kept them fresh and allowed them to do what they did best. So this year, you bring over A.J. Brown. You still trying to develop a young and very talented receiver in Devontae Smith. I think he's definitely talented. You got a young tight end that's pretty solid in Dallas Goedert, and you have a running back that's very versatile and dynamic, you know what I'm saying, and they can be that way in a pass game. This is not an offense built to be heavy a run scheme. You know what I'm saying? I know they've been hearing a lot of talks about RPOs and things like that. Hurts has already shown that he can't be successful. Now maybe he makes a change. I don't know, but I just don't see it. So I think at some point they realize, like, look, man, we made this move, we spent this money. Hurts is not getting the job done. Let's go ahead and go to this guy that can move this ball around, who's more of a passing type QB. You know what I'm saying? More of a guy that can distribute this ball to a lot of these weapons that can get up and down the field and get open. They can create separation. And what better way to do that by putting Gardner Minshew in the game? You know what I'm saying? Put him in the game. I think by week 6, once they start to struggle, you know what I'm saying? Once they start to struggle, not because of the lack of talent, but because the offense is just not running smoothly, as smooth as they wanted to, because you got Jalen Hurts at QB. And I think they make that move, man. I think they make the move. They see what Gardner Minshew can do, and I think Gardner Minshew going to come in and he's going to run that offense a lot better than what Hurts can.
No, and you know what, man? I'm not gonna lie. I don't agree with this one. Now, I like Minshew, and I think when he first went there last year, I think I tried to tell y'all, like, hey, boy, hey, Gardner Minshew, he need to be, you know what I'm saying? He need to be behind the center.
You said
but
that.
Yeah, for sure. But I don't think so. I think for one, we're not giving enough credit to Jalen Hurts' hold on that locker room. Jalen Hurts he's the guy, like, in that locker room. Like, you know, he's a guy, like, players love him. You know what I'm saying? Like, players love him. They want to be around him. They want to play for him. They want to play with him, and that's powerful. Gardner Minshew, while there are things that he does do better than Jalen as far as just from a pure passing standpoint, but I also don't want us to oversell or overvalue who and what he is as well. We've all seen Ryan Fitzpatrick, and you know what I'm saying? Gardner Minshew looks like he's finna step into that role nicely. You know what I'm saying? To be that type of guy, but at the same time, Ryan Fitzpatrick is still Ryan Fitzpatrick. Gardner Minshew is still Gardner Minshew. You know what I'm saying? So for one, two things. I don't see Philadelphia just completely imploding that way. If they would have to go 0-6 or 1-5, and it'd be ugly. But ugly 0-6, 1-5. You know what I'm saying? For that to happen. And I just think this team is way too talented for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've seen without him passing the ball effectively, they were a playoff team. Were either a playoff team or on the borderline of a playoff team. So we've seen that he can still have success. That team can still have success. And we're also have to keep in mind he has shown year-over-year improvement. So I still think he is a player that is still improving. Now, how high is that ceiling is another discussion, you know what I'm saying? But I still do think he is improving. And so I'm not gonna lie, man, I think that team is really, really behind him, or at least the players in the locker room. I think those guys are behind him. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, I think that team is still too talented to fail that way. It gets that bad and that ugly that they pull that boy for Gardner Minshew, man. It had to be ugly. And the team is too talented for that. I ain't gonna lie. I think the team is way too talented for it to get that bad.
I'm gonna tell you, the only thing that the Eagles have going for themselves in these first 6 games is their schedule. Their schedule is pretty light the first 6 games, so they should have some cakewalks. So if they start struggling, you know something wrong. They got the Lions, they got the Vikings, they got Washington Commanders. That sounds so silly. They got the Jaguars, and they got the Cardinals. And then they got the Cowboys. So it's not the hardest schedule in the world.
Hey,
they'll first 6 games.
Hey, this is perfect, bro. This is perfect because it's going to actually segue. I was going to save this one, but it's actually going to segue me into another one of my predictions.
Oh, he got the lines in his predictions. Go ahead. I'm listening.
The Eagles and the Steelers. The Eagles and the Steelers, both teams in Pennsylvania, will make their respective championship games. The Eagles are going to the NFC Championship game, and the Steelers are going to the AFC Championship game.
Yeah, this really. Hey, that boy.
I'm
What's
too many
hey? I need y'all.
Too many
some.
times.
Hey, sister still in here. It's sister. Go with my dog Willie Jack house. I need you to check his cup. Make sure anybody try to drug my dog. Cause my dog on her, he tripping. You know what I'm saying? I love him to death, but he out here tripping.
Hey, my dog said bold predictions, boy. Hey, hey, but I'm not gonna lie, bro. I really, when I got to looking at it, bro. Now Pittsburgh's gonna be a tighter road for sure than the Eagles. But they're gonna say we can go bold though. I think we still gonna surprise some folks.
Hey, I'm with the bold prediction.
We ain't rolling over at all. But Philly, I think legitimately. Philly really, I really like that roster. And maybe I'm too far on this AJ Brown move. I love that AJ Brown move, bro. I really do. And I like it because, like, what me and you disagree on is the outlook of that team. I don't think they want, even with those weapons, I don't think they want to be a team that passes the ball 40 times a year. And I really love AJ Brown being there because he's leaving a team in which he was able to get off on a team that wants to run the ball 40 times a year, and he's still a 1,200-yard receiver. You know what I'm saying? So, like, he knows how he's fully capable of, and he's as proven and established that he can be productive with the pass game being second to a dominant run game, and he's enough to keep a defense honest enough that you can load up if y'all want to on that read option from Miles Sanders and Jalen Hurts. Go ahead and do it if you want to, because when he pull and throw me one for 40, you know what I'm saying, on a deep cross, AJ Green, I love him on deep crosses, and he's got enough wiggle to break a shed. He's got enough wiggle to break somebody off on the back end. He's got enough size to get in the boy chest on the back end, and he's got the wheels. He can run off on the boy on the back end.
AJ Brown nice, man. He nice.
AJ Brown nice. That's bro.
I don't want nobody to get it twisted and make me think AJ Brown is nice. That's one of my guys.
Bro. Hey, that's what I'm saying. So, like, I love that addition, and it's gonna make a high tide raises all boats. You know what I'm saying? So that means no matter who's in the water, when it's high tide, every boat go high. So AJ Green is a type of player. He's the high tide. He's gonna raise the level of play for the other guys in that room, because now Devontae Adams doesn't have to try to be Devontae Smith doesn't have to try to be Jamar Chase now. Now he could be T. Higgins. Dig what I'm saying? Y'all follow me? Or did y'all miss that? Was that over here? Did y'all miss that? I'm gonna give it to you one more time. Devontae Smith doesn't have to try to be Jamar Chase. Him and Jamar Chase, top 10 picks, came into the league at the same time. One of them hit the league like Justin Jefferson. One of them looked like a guy who we hope it works out for. He doesn't have to try to be Jamar Chase. Now he gets to be T. Higgins. T. Higgins was a very good receiver coming out of Clemson. I was high on him when he was coming out of Clemson, but he couldn't reach his own potential until Jamar Chase is on the other side. And so now that's allowed him to be, there's nothing wrong with being Reggie Wayne. Everybody can't be Marvin Harrison. You see what I'm saying? Everybody can't be Jamar Chase. And so Devontae Smith can be Reggie Wayne now. And if y'all follow me, if y'all been listening, I told y'all that he was a more explosive than Reggie Wayne. It all comes back full circle. It's all good. Don't worry about it. Devontae could be Reggie Wayne now. You know what I'm saying? And Reggie Wayne has an arguably Hall of Fame career. So there's nothing wrong with being 1B on a team. And I think in that role, he can be more productive. Juju was a Pro Bowler when he was 1B to Antonio Brown. And so now I think that's why I'm telling you, bro, I think these Eagles, and I didn't know that was the first 6 games of their schedule. Bro, that sound like 5-1. Just real quick off the strength, that sound like 5-1. You know what I'm saying? And they come out on boys with a 5-1 lead and get hot. And then that defense I expect to be still improve. I really like that Jordan Davis pick, big body guy to Georgia. Man, they had some clips of him manhandling Jason Kelce. Jason Kelce, an all-pro Hall of Fame center, and that boy got his lunch on tape. You know what I'm saying? Like in one-on-one. I mean, yeah, bro. I think Warren Sapp reposted it and commented on it. You know what I'm saying? Like abusing Jason Kelce. A top 3 center in this league, even at this age. You know what I'm saying? So I really like the moves on that defense. Darius Slay came over there and really gave a very a tremendous performance, and it's still the guy that's underrated. But I really like what Philly's got going on. Hearing that they start their season 6 with that 6-game stretch to open, man, I love it, bro. Philly's going to the NFC Championship game, man. And then my Steelers, we ain't gonna do nothing but hit boys in the mouth. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be ugly. We getting back to real Steeler football, man. 17-13. You know what I'm saying? 17-13. You come in this game, boy, you better pray on 150 total yards. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of ball we playing. And now you're gonna get 40 touches a game, man. That's what we doing, man. That's what we doing. Big boy football. Come in there and put your big boy pads on.
Hey, don't worry about it, Willie Jack. I'm gonna hold you up all season, bro. Anytime you start feeling down, I got you, bro. whenever you start feeling down about the season, I got you this year, bro. I ain't gonna let you. I got you, bro.
I appreciate you.
All right, but let me come on back, man. Since we being bold, I'm gonna keep on going with it, man. Patriots don't win more than 6 games this year. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Patriots ain't winning more than 6 games. All right, and I'm gonna tell you why. Listen to me. Check me out. First and foremost, you lost your the best corner, one of the best corners in the NFL, but including your best corner in J.C. Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, your defense was playing lights out. The defense is really good, and I expect the defense to still be solid this year. But I think teams they catch up with the Patriots this year. You know what I'm saying? They don't have a lot
They
of those
caught up
pass
last year.
games.
They caught up with them last year.
And they caught up with them, but I'm saying caught up with them in the sense where they definitely not making the playoffs. They not winning 10 games. I think they go down to where towards the bottom of the league this year. You know what I'm saying? I just don't think they have a lot of talent.
5-12?
Huh?
Bro, 5-12?
They not winning. I said they don't win more than 6 games. They can go 6
so
and 11.
6-11.
They can go 6 and 11. You know what I'm saying? But that's it. I don't see them winning more than that. They have a run game. I'm still not a believer in their pass game. I think teams gonna tighten up on them. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of good teams over in the AFC now. You know what I'm saying? I look at the NFC and a lot of the NFC teams, but that AFC, man, is rough. You know what I'm saying? That AFC is rough this year. You're talking about, first off, the whole AFC West. You know what I'm saying?
Whole AFC West.
The whole AFC West. That's 4 teams right now, right there. Then you got Baltimore and you got Cincinnati over in that particular division. I was worried because I thought it was going to be the Browns if Deshaun Watson was going to be playing sometime this year, because they was going to instantly become, you know what I'm saying, rough. Of course, the Steelers, and I'm going to say this too about the Steelers, you know, in regards to what you said. The Steelers didn't really lose much since last season.
Bro,
you know
exactly. That's not exactly.
Ben Roethlisberger played pretty bad last year, and they were still, you know, a team that didn't go below 500. You know what I'm saying? So I think they only can improve at that position. You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
Now, I don't know about mentally, because I also look at it like I don't know if y'all remember Peyton Manning with the Broncos in the Super Bowl. He necessarily didn't have the arm talent that he had, you know, as throughout the majority of his career, but he still had the brains. He still had the smarts to go in and check them into the right place to help them win that Super Bowl that they won. What was that? 2000 what?
Was that 15? Cam was MVP.
Yeah, 2015. So by having him in the game, that made a difference. I think that's Ben Roethlisberger had those smarts too. So you do get some valuable things with him. But ultimately, I think they're going to have better quarterback play, and everything else around the Steelers are going to be the same. So I think they're solid. I wouldn't quite give them the AFC Championship game. My bad, Willie Jack. You know what I'm saying? No hard feelings there. But, you know what I'm saying? That's just a few teams in the AFC. Of course, you still got the Bills. You got the Colts with Matt Ryan. It's a lot of tough teams that the Patriots going to have to come across this year, and I don't think it's going to look as pretty as it has been in previous years. You know what I'm saying? I think they win 6 games max, and I think that's where the Patriots fall this year.
I ain't gonna lie, man. It's just hard to. I don't know. Bill gonna lose double-digit losses, bro. I don't know if Bill going for that. Bro.
But you know what? It ain't even about Bill. Sometimes, man, your talent just.
And you know what you didn't mention? Josh McDaniels, the offensive coordinator, he gone.
He gone too. They don't even have a guy filling the offensive coordinator position. As of right now, I heard it's a combination of Patricia and is it Judge? No. Who is it? They got a combination.
No, Patricia's the defensive coordinator. I thought it was Patricia's the defensive coordinator, so I know it ain't him.
People calling those offensive plays. You know what I'm saying? So right now, they actually don't have a guy in that specific position for the Patriots. You know what I'm saying? So Belichick knows. I'm not gonna knock Belichick because I think Belichick knows what he's doing. But at the same time, man, it's just, hey, man, you only can do it for so long, man. When the guys on the field just can't get it done, they just can't get it done. You know what I'm saying? He might put them in the right positions, but
team's getting a little older. The offense is devoid of any talent that really scares you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so nobody on the outside, nobody cares about all the money they spent on them 2 average tight ends, Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith, who they didn't even use them. They didn't even use them like people projected. People thought it was gonna be a rebirth of Gronk and Aaron Hernandez. It wasn't that. Nobody knows a starter at wide receiver. You drafted in the first round this year. You drafted a guy who was projected to go in the third. You still got Mac Jones, who it might as well be Brian Hoyer 2.0. You know what I'm saying? So like that offense is ugly. You got Damian Harris and Ramondre Stevenson. Well, I ain't gonna talk about Ramondre. You got Damian Harris, who is just a guy you respect, but he's not a guy that scares anybody at all. You know what I'm saying? So that offense looks scary. On defense, like you said, you lost J.C. Jackson. I think Devin McCourty didn't end up retiring, I don't think. So you still got him, but he's old now, man. He's got to be about 35. I mean, it does look dark. The outlook doesn't look great for New England, so I'll give you that. But just saying that Bill Belichick's going to have double-digit losses, man, I don't know.
Hey,
I don't know.
I'm putting it out there, man. What's up, man? What you got, Willie?
I got you. So I'm gonna take it easy, man. I feel like I've been busting you in the head a little bit, man. So I'm gonna take it easy on this next one, man. JT, man, Jonathan Taylor going for 2K. JT2K. You heard it here first, man. 1,800 in his rookie year, 2,000 in his second year. Now that should trigger a bell. I don't know if anybody in here still. That should trigger a bell. Who was the last rookie to come in and put up and put up those type of numbers? I'm gonna give y'all a hint because y'all don't know. His name was Eric Dickerson. Eric Dickerson's rookie year. Yeah, I'm gonna give y'all a hint. Y'all didn't know. His name was Eric Dixon. Eric Dixon, rookie year, came in and led the league in rush with 1,800 yards. The next year set the record with 2,105. Jonathan Taylor is gonna crack 2,000. You know what? Man, it's bold predictions. Forget crack 2,000. He's setting the record. 2,106 or better. 2,106 or better. Jonathan Taylor setting the all-time single-season rushing record this year. This year, 2,106 or bust. 2,106 or bust. Jonathan Taylor setting the record this year.
I can tell you what. If anything, if I can't say anything else, it's set up pretty good with him. Pretty good for him. This is the 1 year I can honestly say they're definitely getting an upgrade at the QB position. You know, with Matt Ryan being behind center, they have that good offensive line. You know what I'm saying? So he has the tools and everything, you know what I'm saying, in front of him, you know what I'm saying, to make that happen. So, hey, I'm not knocking it. I like that one, Willie Jack. It's bold, especially when you're talking about breaking the record. It's bold, but hey, I can see it, man. He has everything in place. You know what I'm saying? If he can stay healthy and continue to pound that rock, man, hey, I don't see why he can't, man. I don't see why he can't. So,
yes, sir.
We'll see. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
so,
sir.
That's where we go with that. I ain't gonna take it easy on him, Willie Jack. I'm gonna keep busting their heads. And I talked to y'all about this guy earlier in the season too. You know what I'm saying? Justin Fields makes a Pro Bowl this year. He makes the Pro Bowl. You know what I'm saying? I didn't say all pro because he's not gonna be the best QB in the NFC. We got some guys over there, but I think he makes the Pro Bowl this year. And here's why. I already told y'all he was gonna be a star. You know what I'm saying? I already put that out on the table. You know what I'm saying? And this year, despite the lack of talent around him, he'll take that big leap and emerge as the best QB of his draft class. You know what I'm saying? With our guys that we talked about, with Zach Wilson and Trey Lance and Trevor Lawrence and Mac Jones, all those guys, those were the big name guys in that draft class. I think Justin Fields emerges as the best QB of this particular draft class. And the stage is set. Not as far as talent around him, but this is where the stars shine. This is where guys come out and they show, like, hey, it don't matter what you got around me, man. I'm going to be who. What you say, Willie Jack? The cream rises to the top. You know what I'm saying?
The cream rises to the top, bro.
No matter the situation, this is a guy that's going to have the ball in his hands every single play. And he is a guy I could potentially see throwing for 30 touchdowns and running for 10. You know what I'm saying? We already saw last year he was dangerous with his legs. He can get out of there. You know what I'm saying? He can do a lot of different things. And he showed the ability to make, you know, to pass. Now, the one guy he does have over there, well, actually, he got a couple guys. I mean, but as far as to throw to, Darnell Mooney, man. Darnell Mooney is a nice young receiver.
Big year, man. Yeah, I'm excited to see him.
He has some talent, man. Super fast, explosive, can definitely stretch the field, but also showed an ability to kind of expand his game and work on his intermediate route running and his catching ability. And he's just extremely athletic, man. I think he made the most, and I think I said this after the game too, made one of the most athletic catches I've seen, you know what I'm saying, in a long time, when he made like a diving one-hand catch on the sideline, man. It was an amazing catch. And I was like, man, this guy's nice right here, man. This guy's nice. If y'all ain't seen it, man, I'm going to put a video in there on it. I'll share it to the group so everybody can see what play I'm talking about. But like I said, man, the stage is set, man. He has the arm talent, and like I said, he's very dangerous with his legs, and I can see him, making that last Pro Bowl spot. I definitely think Aaron Rodgers still plays well enough to make that spot. Tom Brady, I think he plays well enough to maybe get one of them spots. But in the rest between Dak and Kyler Murray, him, Matthew Stafford, all those NFC QBs, I think he can definitely get that last Pro Bowl spot. And I'm talking about legit Pro Bowl. I ain't talking about, you know what I'm saying, because it's some playoff teams playing, so they gotta fill in the same way Mac Jones made the Pro Bowl last year. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about a legit Pro Bowl spot. Like, he was selected, you know what I'm saying, and he deserved his spot. You know what I'm saying? So I think Justin Fields makes the Pro Bowl this year, and he emerges as, hey man, the Chicago Bears got something here. Now we build around them.
No, I ain't gonna lie. Well, first off, I don't want to knock those guys that make the Pro Bowl, because every year that happens every year. Like, whoever makes the Super Bowl, they get pulled off the roster, and then those spots get filled. So that's still a legit Pro Bowl. I don't want to take it away from those guys. But no, I'm not gonna lie, man. I think just like you said, I don't know. I don't see them unseating Rodgers and Brady for sure. If Rodgers and Brady not in the Super Bowl, then they're Pro Bowlers. You know what I'm saying? So that's 2 spots right there. You only get 3. And then now we're saying he's going to jump ahead of Matt Stafford, who now everybody loves Matt Stafford. Y'all didn't know the boy's name 2 years ago in Detroit. Now everybody got a Stafford jersey on. Ain't this about it? But anywho, he's not going to jump Matt Stafford. And then those other names you said, Dak Prescott and the Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? If the Cowboys can't do nothing else, they can vote for a Pro Bowl, and Dak will be going. You know what I'm saying? So, like, Stafford, Dak, you know what I'm saying, Kyler Murray, you know what I'm saying, who's still an exciting player. So we let all the contract stuff and how much film is he studying, all this stuff get away from us, except, you know, we talked about all that, but we forgot this is still a very, very, very dynamic athlete and a very dynamic talent at the quarterback position. You know what I'm saying? So we can't discount that as well. So I think he still got a lot of ground to make up catching those guys, because these are guys who've got 2-3 years on him, and they have established fan bases already right now. So I do hope and I do agree that he does have somewhat of a breakout season this year, but I think this year maybe is what propels him to get himself into that mix with Kyler, Dak, and, you know what I'm saying, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You know what I'm saying? But no, okay, I hope you're right. Like I said, I want to see him do well, and so yeah, I ain't gonna knock it at all, man.
All right, what's up? You got another one for me, Willie?
Yeah, I came up with 5. I think we on, that was 4. Okay, I got 5. How many did you make?
That's cool.
How many did you do?
That's cool. We can ride with it.
Okay. Well, I was gonna say, what's the time look like? Okay, let me know if the time, because I can just call it 4.
This is perfect. So run off your next one. I'll run off. Did I went first? This is 5 right here.
Yeah. So, well, you just did 4. So for me, this will be 4. Then your next one's 5. Then my next one's 5.
Bet. Okay, we can do that. And then if we have a little bit of time, maybe we'll talk a little bit about the next year. But we'll see. Let's run it off first. Let's see what we got.
All right. Now this one is a little extended, right? It's a little extended. So it's more so, I guess it's this year, I guess, but then it also trails into next year. So I'm talking about Lamar Jackson. So Lamar Jackson, as we all know, is still without a contract. Now, my bold prediction is, I don't think that Lamar Jackson signs this year with the Baltimore Ravens, and I think he pulls a page out of his homeboy. What's that dude's name? Joe Flacco. He pulls a page out of Joe Flacco's book, and he plays on this last year or whatever, and then he comes back and hits them boys full-fledged over the head like Joe Flacco did. Now, when Joe Flacco did it, he got super hot, amazing playoff run, ended up winning the Super Bowl against Kaepernick's 49ers, and then came back and set the market. I think history repeats itself. Well, not as far as the Super Bowl. Ravens ain't winning the Super Bowl. But I think he plays this year. I think he will play well. I think he will remind us why he was the first and only unanimous MVP this league has seen. And I think he's going to have a phenomenal year. And I think next year he sets the market. I'm talking about set the market. I'm talking about whatever A-Rod just set the market with, $50 million a year, whatever, et cetera, whatever that is. Lamar Jackson will have that number next season after he plays out this year. Without getting a new,
I ain't mad at it because I want him to get his bread, man. I want him to go get his money. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't mad at him. And you look at a quarterback like that that's that valuable to his team. Hey, it's definitely a possibility. You know what I'm saying? He's in that range of quarterbacks that can actually, you know, set that bar, set that standard as far as contracts go. So hey, I wouldn't be mad at it, dog. I do want him to pay him, but hey, I wouldn't be mad at it. We got a couple comments here, Willie Jack. One One is
Go
about
ahead.
a Kareem Hunt steal, so that's a little bit older comment.
Yeah, earlier, yeah. But when we talking about earlier, or me and him were talking in the comments about he was saying he thinks Hunt should actually be the starter in Cleveland, and so we was talking in the comments. But real quick, man, shout out to my dog Loke. Did Lamar just fell to the building? What's going on with your big dog? And then now Honcho, man, he got a bold prediction for us as well. Trevor Lawrence. Oh, you know what? This is kind of similar to your pick for Justin Fields. If he went a little further, Trevor Lawrence makes the Pro Bowl and the Jags win the division. Ooh, I don't know. For one, they still in the division with the Titans and the Colts. Now I don't think the Titans are going to be do too much this year, honestly, in my opinion. But I think the Colts going to run away with that division this year. I think the Colts run away with it, man. Houston is Houston. You know what I'm saying? The Titans are taking 2 steps back, and then like the Jags, they steal the Jags. You know what I mean? Like it'd be very surprising if first off if they do that, Doug Peterson's coach of the year for one. But yeah, that's a tall order. That's a tall order. But
hey, I like it because it's bold, but I don't know about that one, bro.
It's a tall order.
But you know what? I got something for you, Huncho. Trevor Lawrence ain't the best second-year quarterback in that division. How about that one? That's bold for you.
But you putting Davis Mills above him?
Davis Mills gonna be better than Trevor Lawrence. I'm going that far. How about that one?
Hey, that's a little much.
No. I'm talking, man. But you know I did like my dog Davis Mills, man.
For sure. No, you was on that Davis Mills. He was in your top 5 guys coming out. I missed that boat. I missed it. I ain't gonna lie.
It's all good. I forgive you, bro. I forgive you. Players mess up. You know what I'm saying? Players mess up
already.
But my last one, man. I'm roll with this one, Willie Jackson, real quick. I'm gonna throw this one on out there. And this one, I'm definitely gonna get Willie with this one because Willie ain't gonna look. He ain't gonna want to hear this one at all. I could keep it, you know what I'm saying, real simple, but nah, ain't no fun unless you go bold.
Come on with it.
Julio Jones, 1,000 yards this season. I'm putting it out there right now. Julio going for a rack.
Man, that ain't even a lot of yards. Ain't a lot of yards
for a third receiver.
So everybody get 1,000?
Huh?
So all 3 of them get 1,000?
If that's what you say. If you want to put it, Julio getting 1,000. Julio getting $1,000. You know what I'm saying? He said, Huncho asked me how many TDs. He getting in the end zone 8 times, bro. 8 times. 1,000.
It's gonna be a career year. It's gonna be a career year for touchdowns as well. 1,000 yards and a career year for touchdowns. The boy good for 4 touchdowns a year. All right.
You disrespectful. You disrespectful. First off, Willie Jackson. You disrespectful. Don't disrespect my dog like that. Julio going for it, bro.
I'll tell you, real quick. What's funny, and I had this as one of my predictions that I didn't go with. One of my predictions was gonna be that Julio plays less than 7 games. Julio won't play more than 7 games. That's one of my predictions, bro. Julio won't play more than 7 games.
Don't be hating, bro. Don't be hating on my dog, man.
Hey, but okay, so Julio going for 1,000. I ain't gonna lie, man. I always want to see players do well. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to hate on Julio, man. Like I said, I don't want to hate on him. He was the second best receiver of his generation, man. So shout out to him. But man, I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't know, bro. 1,000 is a tall order. Chris Godwin coming back. He's gonna eat a lot of those targets. Mike Evans. You could book his 1,000. You know what I'm saying? He 8 for 8. You could book his 1,000. So there's 1,000 there. Chris Godwin coming back hungry. You know what I'm saying? We know Brady. He was Brady's most voluminous target before he got injured. So, man, that is going to be a tall order. And he's got to stay healthy, and he still got to get the targets. That's going to be, we got to see it.
I got you. All right.
Julio going to go for 1,012 games. Hey. I mean, he good for that, though.
Hey, you heard him.
Hey, he good for that, though. That's typical Julio. 1,012 games, 3 touchdowns.
We talking about a 33-year-old receiver, bro. He about to come in.
Hey.
He about to come in here. You know what I'm saying? Do his thing. But yeah.
Hey,
man.
I ain't like. Hey, we shall see. Let me go ahead and give you my last one, man. I'm gonna go ahead and go out with a little bit of a bang. Bengals not making the playoffs, Chop. Straight face.
I don't know, bro.
Bengals not making the playoffs, bro. Bengals not making a play. I should have heard it here first. I said what I said.
Explain this one, dog.
I think it was a little bit of light in the bottle, man. It was a little bit of lightning in the bottle. It was a team. Now, granted, they have improved that team. They really have. Revamping that offensive line was major. I don't want to discount it, but a little bit of that was as well. They came from left field. Excuse me. So they came from left field. Nobody, Jamar Chase came, like I said, came out of nowhere. Boy couldn't even catch a cold in preseason, and goes out there and, you know what I'm saying, and produces like an all-pro receiver. You know what I'm saying? Joe Burrow coming back from injury. You know what I'm saying? He goes out there, he's lighting up. They look like a young Peyton and Marvin Harrison. You know what I'm saying? So now, just like we always say, now they on boys' radar. Now boys know what they're getting when these guys show up. You don't blink, you don't look past them, you don't look over them. You know what I'm saying? You gear up, you put both chin straps on, and you know what I'm saying? You go handle them boys. And so I still don't love that defense. You know what I'm saying? So I do like some of the pieces they got over there. I like Jesse Bates. He's in a contract dispute. This is his last year there. They already drafted his replacement. I don't know how he's going to play. I don't know how well he plays this year. That stuff affects the psyche and the mindset of play. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I don't know if he's going to come down there and fill that B gap like he need to. And now he making business decisions because he's a guy that's trying to set the market at the position. You got to be healthy to do that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how he's going to play. I like Mike Hilton. Eli Apple been getting honey roasted since he was in New York, and he's still starting at corner. That's a problem. You know what I'm saying? The D-line, you brought over Sam Hubbard and that other guy, and they're solid, but they still don't stop much of anyone. You know what I'm saying? And then just like you said, the second level at linebacker, like I said, they've got solid guys, but I still don't feel like they have a real deal difference maker on that defense. You know what I'm saying? And they're in a division and they're in a conference to where teams are flat out loaded. So you need to have something that you do better than everybody, or you need to have something that's going to set you apart. Their offense doesn't stand out amongst the top 4 or 5 offenses in the AFC. So that's not enough. You know what I'm saying? Burrow, Chase, and T. Higgins. I mean, that's a great trio. You know what I'm saying? Right? But so is Herbert, Keenan Allen, and Mike Williams. And they have a superior defense. You know what I'm saying? Like, Patty's Patty, so he's got different names in his team now. But even still, like we don't know what that's gonna look like. But Patty and Andy, I'm taking Patty and Andy. You know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna keep them as an upper echelon offense. You know what I'm saying? We'll wait to see that happen. And then you've got the Raiders now, Carr and Devontae. Hunter Renfrow, Darren Waller. You know what I'm saying? That's just as good a trio or just as dynamic as an offense. And I'm not going to lie, I think the Raiders defense is a little more talented than that Bengals defense. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I still just think that this is a team that's going to be an exciting watch. But I think this is a team that I'm just not confident they can get a key stop when the game's on the line. And that may be the difference between them being a team that, you know what I'm saying, a 9-8 team that could have been 12-5, 13-4, but like I said, they lost too many of them shootouts that went 37-35. They were the team to get 35. They couldn't get that last stand. You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling you, I don't know. I just don't know, man. I really don't like that defense. Not enough. I just see a whole bunch of guys, and it scares me.
Yeah. And Honcho got a couple things he want to say. He said the North is rough. He also says the Bengals got a lot of weapons to spread the wealth. Higgins nice, and Mixon goes for a rack every year. And then he also says Burrow get hits a lot. Now, according to what
they
he said,
fixed that offensive line though. We hope so.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping too. I think they made some of those moves to address that offensive line that was horrendous last year. And then as far as the weapons, I mean, yeah, you're right about that. They do got the weapons, which is the thing that I think that's gonna carry this team. You know what I'm saying? So, and then I also think they have. You know, I've been talking about my kickers. I think they got a guy that's up and coming. You know what I'm saying? And
Evan McPherson? Yeah, no, he's nice.
Yeah, that's a nice kicker too. So I think they got some guys on that offense and that's on the way. Real quick, Willie Jack. No explanations needed, man. No explanation needed. If you want to give me a short one real quick, give me your 2023 5 Hall of Famers that's going in right now.
Darrelle Revis. Oh, wait, who I think's going in or who I would put in?
Who would you put in?
Okay, who would I put in? It's a different list. I would still give you Revis, Dwight Freeney. I think James Harrison is a Hall of Famer. he got a late start to his career, but when he was when how good were you at your best? There was a stretch for about 4 or 5 years. He was the top or one of the top defenders in the league, a defensive MVP. He's
that
all
means he's first. That means he's first ballot then over some of these other guys.
Oh, okay. Oh, see, that's where it gets tough. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay. So first, okay. Realistically, I don't think. Well, see, you got to add these rules, Chop. You got to add the rules.
I'm just asking who going in. Who you gonna put in?
Okay, man.
You got a list of. It's a lot of guys on here. If you need me to.
Okay. You know what? I'll wait on Debo then because it's his first year. I'll wait on Debo.
Okay.
But give me Revis as a first ballot.
Okay.
Give me Dwight Freeney, who already should be in there.
This is I think this is first time too. This is first time too. Dwight Freeney.
Oh, is it? I thought he'd been retired for Hellas. Okay,
this is eligible first year. The first year guys is Cam Chancellor, Dwight Freeney, Debo Harrison, Chris Johnson, running back from Tennessee, Real Revis, and Joe Thomas.
Okay, Revis, Freeney, Joe Thomas, and then. On the other guys, Jared Allen is still a Hall of Famer for me. Defensive end for the Chiefs and the Vikings. He should be in. And then you said one more. Give me a couple names real quick. Who not necessarily first year, but give me some names real quick. Who else?
Patrick Willis, DeMarcus Ware. I'm naming some guys that you like.
Hey, that's it. That's all. Patrick Willis. My dog Pat Willis in there for sure. And boy, that's a hell of a class too, boy. Boy, that's all defense. Damn. Yeah, that's all defense, boy. I couldn't even help myself. But I'm taking Revis, Pat Willis, Jared Allen, Dwight Freeney, and who else did I just say? Oh, and Joe Thomas on offense. Okay, now I got a tackle. Okay. Joe Thomas. All pass rushers with one tackle. Look at that.
I'm going to go Revis, Joe Thomas. I'm going to go Torrey Hope. I'm going to go DeMarcus Ware. And I go Patrick Willis. Those my guys.
Okay.
And it's tough, too, because there's a couple other guys I really like on this list. I know you like Peanut Tillman. Peanut Tillman is in there. Huncho threw in Asante Samuel. Asante Samuel is a guy that's on there. Rondé Barber, Sean Alexander, Tiki Barber, Eddie George, Priest Home, Jamal Lewis, Freddie T. I do like Fred Taylor. I'll talk about that all the time. Vince Wilfork, Zach Thomas, Robert Mathis, Jared Allen. You know what I'm saying? Anquan Bolden, Devin Hester, Chad Johnson, Steve Smith, and Reggie Wayne. You know what I'm saying? So those were all the guys, you know what I'm saying, that'll be up, you know, and we'll see who gets there, man. Off the top, who's the guy that doesn't get in at all, period? Of those guys.
There's a lot of them, man. I don't think Chris Johnson gets in. I don't think Steve Smith gets in. Well, because they hard on them receivers, bro. They hard on them.
And I don't think Anquan Bolden gets in either.
Yeah, I don't think Anquan Bolden gets in. Man, I don't know if Fred Taylor gets in. I don't know if Fred gets in.
If Fred don't get in, then Tiki shouldn't get in either.
Tiki not getting in. I think. And what we've said this before. I think Rondé will eventually get in, but for me, he's one of those guys, man. He's Hall of very, very, you know what I'm saying, Hall of very good. Ocho, Huncho said, does Ocho make it? Okay, well, and he also asked about Rondé. I don't think Rondé. I wouldn't put Rondé in the Hall. Ocho, I don't think he gets in the Hall. I don't think he gets in the Hall. And I think honestly, we remember a lot of the antics so much that we don't necessarily always credit just how good he was. Ocho was a phenomenal route runner, excellent feet and agility. Like literally, like no wasted movements, had very reliable hands, a very, very good receiver for sure. But I don't know necessarily if he gets in the Hall of Fame.
Got you. All right. Well, Willie Jack, man, it's about that time, man. Before I let you wrap it up, Willie Jack, I just want to remind him one more time. Hey, if y'all would like to be a part of the 2022-2023 Let the Film Speak Fantasy Football League, I need y'all to share and tag. I'm gonna say it one more time.
Y'all should already share it. Hey, if y'all ain't shared it by now, it's over with.
Hey, somebody might want to watch the rerun, Willie Jack. Somebody might want to watch it. You know what I'm saying? Somebody might want to rewatch it. But I'm just gonna say share and tag. I'm just gonna say it one more time, man. Willie Jack, it's about that time. Bring us on home, bro.
Hey, for sure. Hold on, wait. Let's recap our list.
Oh, the bold predictions. Okay.
Yeah, so real quick on mine. Yeah, real quick on mine. Pittsburgh and Philly are going to their respective championship games. I think Philly's going to the NFC Championship game. Pittsburgh's going to the AFC Championship game. I'm not saying they both win and go to the Super Bowls, but I think both of them going to those games. Jonathan Taylor's going to break the rushing record this year. Derrick Henry's going to rush for less than 1,000 yards this year. Lamar Jackson doesn't sign this year, but re-signs and sets the quarterback record, breaking Aaron Rodgers' quarterback mark next year with the Ravens. And the Bengals do not make the playoff. And you know what, bro? I'm going to give you a freebie real quick. Quez Watkins has more yards than Julio Jones. Oh, yeah, you thinking who that is? The third receiver from the Eagles.
Okay.
The third receiver from the Eagles.
Okay.
He has more yards than Julio this year. Okay. And I'm not going to lie, because he was one of my I almost used him as a bold prediction. I think Quez Watkins going for 1,000 yards.
Okay.
I think Quez Watkins for 1,000 yards. But I ain't going to say that. I'm just say real quick as a freebie for you. He going to have more yards than Julio. I'll tell you that.
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to see. All right, here go mine, man. Allen Robinson finishing with 1,300 and at least 12 touchdowns. At least 1,300 and at least 12 touchdowns. Gardner Minshew will become the starter by week 6 of the NFL season. The Patriots won't win more than 6 games. I got Justin Fields will be making a Pro Bowl this year. And then Julio Jones finishes over 1,000 yards. And since Huncho made me put some TDs on it and 8 touchdowns, I'm going to throw that in there too. So that's my list for y'all right there. And if you want me to throw another dark horse in there, Romeo Dobbs, wide receiver, Packers. Watch out for that boy. I say
he going for 1,000.
Yeah, I'm
if he going to A-Rod number one, he got to get back
1,000, at least 1,111 touchdowns.
Right now, one down.
Go ahead, write it down. Write it down.
Okay, I like it. Okay, hey, well, there y'all have it, man. Hope appreciate everybody coming through, rocking with your dogs, man. Boba Jigsons, man, they are in the books. Y'all already know what's going on, man. We will be back, man, Wednesdays at 7 o'clock. You know where to be. You know where to find us. We ain't hard to find at all. Wednesdays at 7, right here with your dogs. Let the film speak. Now, real quick, man, shout out to some of the membership. Shout out to the membership that came through, man. Shout out to my dog, Cooper Jones, man. Jonathan Cooper, my dog. He was the first one in the building today. Appreciate you, my dog. Salute to you. My dog Miles came in the building, man. My dog Mac. Tom came through. Honcho in this thing, still kicking with your boys, man. Jefe El Nino came back, showed love, man. He dropped some names, shared it out to some folks, man. Holla at the 3 amigos. We appreciate you, my dog. IT came in the building, man. Ike Taylor. Appreciate your dog. Real Bobby came through and hollered at us for a little bit, man. Man, hey, I'm going. Brother Red, Joseph Kenny stopped doing hollers for a little bit. My cousin came through, man. Shout out to the family, man. Shout out to the home team. Appreciate y'all. My sister, my mom, and my cousin was in here. Man, hey, I'm looking for you. Hey, oh, what's up?
Who's getting it this week?
Ooh. Today's game ball, man. You know what, man? Let's give it to Honcho, man. Let's give it to Honcho. He came in, man. He had a couple bold takes. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, we appreciate the love and support, man. Engaging with your dogs, rocking, you know what I'm saying? Rocking with your dogs, man. So, hey, we appreciate the love and support, my dog, as always. And for everybody else, man, y'all know what's going on, man. If I forgot to say your name, charge to my head, man. Don't charge to my heart. You know we was thinking about you, big dog. We appreciate the love as always. Now, Chop and I told y'all, man, the fantasy is back in effect. It is back in action. We ain't taking it easy on y'all. The training wheels is off, man. Y'all had last year to get comfortable now you get your head bust in, man. Hopefully some of y'all already shared this, shared, and remember to tag us to this post, man. We only got 9 spots, the first 9, man. That's how we rocking. That's how it's going, man. Other than that, hey, y'all know what it is, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate all the love and support. We say the same thing every week, man. Y'all know what's going on by now. Y'all should say it with me. Appreciate the love and support, man, as always. Till next time, man. Wednesday at 7. Holla at your dogs. Peace.
Peace.